What draws a child to take their own life? That's a haunting question that society has been asking since the beginning. While it's well established that bullying, parental neglect, and abuse, social media, and economic turmoil are the leading causes of youth depression, adolescent suicide is still shrouded in mystery. It's an unfortunate phenomenon that is on the rise, and experts are scrambling, trying to figure out why young people are embracing suicide as if it's a natural out. It's a very nuanced, difficult, and yes, disturbing topic for anyone to think of, let alone work towards studying and solving. Takapi's Original Sin, authored by Taizan 5, explores the topics of adolescent suicide, murder, parental gaslighting and abuse, bullying, the failings of the education system, and unconditional love. Published at the tail end of 2021, Takapi is another in a long run of mature, thought-provoking Shonen Jump Plus series that push the envelope of what constitutes a modern-day shonen title. This is the story that we wanted Wonder Egg Priority to be. It's a damn good read without any of the auteur pretentiousness that you usually get from Jump Plus titles. We open with a squid-like alien called Mario or some shit landing on Earth. Coming from the happy planet, Mario goal is to spread joy amongst the cosmos. However, he's met with zero hospitality and resorts to finding shelter in a park. Salvation's arrival comes in the form of Shizuka Kuzi, a 10-year-old girl who offers bread to the starving alien, now named Takapi. Takapi is enamored by Shizuka's kindness and offers his alien technology to her as a form of thanks. Shizuka, noticeably disheveled, doesn't really have any interest in the tech, but she continues to visit Takapi at the park, and a friendship blossoms between the two. Shizuka has it rough. Her father isn't around, her mom's is in the top 0.7% of OnlyFans, and her only friend in this world is her dog, Chappie. At school, she's constantly harassed by her classmates, and the teachers don't seem to know about it or care. Fellow classmate Marina Kirarazaka has made it her journey to go after Shizuka daily for some reason. Takapi has no concept of bullying, however, as the happy planet is very childlike and experience none of the fucked up shit that humans do to one another. As such, he doesn't understand why bitch or slut or tax evader is scribbled all over her school bag. He doesn't understand why her face is bruised, clothing bloodied, and why Chappie has disappeared. Takapi truly doesn't understand humanity until he goes to Shizuka's house and sees her body hanging lifeless from the ceiling with the very same alien rope that he gifted her wrapped around her neck. Electricity is in every single page of Takapi's Original Sin. It's so thrilling yet scary seeing the first chapter unravel the way that it does. It packs so much and creates such a dense world without being confusing. I marathoned Takapi on shrooms, so maybe I'm a little bit sentimental with my views, but I think Taizan has an incredible ability to make the reader respect and relate to his characters right away. All of this despite the surreal artwork and the very young age of the main cast. And let's not forget the adorable yet goofy dialogue from Takapi. That first chapter alone hooked me. The tone and plot, main characters, and consequences are established right away, and a time travel aspect is introduced as well. But before you roll your eyes, time travel doesn't feel cheap here. Takapi makes it his new mission to find out who or what caused Shizuka's death and ultimately prevent it in another timeline. He rewinds time using his Fisher-Price camera and infiltrates her school to learn more about these peculiar, scary human beings. You would think that a limited series would plateau early on, but That doesn't happen here. The next few chapters, we unexpectedly delve deeper into the rest of the cast and discover what makes them tick. Marina has to be in contention for Villain of the Year. She is the most conniving, sharp-tongued, evil child bully I've seen in some time, and you seethe in anger or bust out laughing every time she insults Shizuka. You're also amazed by how far she'll take her bullying. This girl is unhinged. She wants to torture Shizuka, and torture she does. Naoki Azuma is the simp of the series, except he's so much more mature than these other characters. He's such a kind and hardworking boy with the best intentions, and to see how he gets caught up with the bullying is so sad. But I think the most exhilarating moment in the early manga is when we see Shizuka and Takopi do a heel turn. To me, this was so unexpected, and again, I was tripping balls when I read this, so I went backwards to reread if there were any hints to Shizuka's shift in character, and yeah, it was all there. When reading Takopi's original sin, you never think what the characters are doing is preposterous. It all reads as if 4 children were involved in a crime. The way they cover their tracks, gaslight each other, lie to themselves, or just have no idea what's transpiring in front of them is so fucking funny, but gripping at the same time. The children make you laugh like you're watching a scene from Good Boy, but you're confounded by their drive to do hood rat shit, as if you're seeing an HBO remake of Stand By Me. Even seeing Takopi finally melt down and cave into human tendencies by engaging in assault, which shockingly turns out to be murder, brings a crestfallen moment. He tried over 100 times to save Shizuka. In every single timeline, Marina is a cunt. This alien is completely incapable of saving Chappie and making Shizuka happy. Why is Marina so angry? Why is Shizuka so bad? Why are humans like this? And to see him finally lash out? Incredible. The following chapters are just as depressing. A lot of ground is covered with the parents of the main cast as well, but the series is at its strongest when you see the mental and moral descent of these characters. Everything just fucking sucks and is so gloomy. Takopi tries his best to resolve the escalating issues, but regardless of whatever timeline he jumps to, these characters always encounter something to derail them. Even teaming up with Marina leads to her own murder-suicide. Takopi eventually comes to the realization that he has to kill Shizuka in another timeline to bring all of this to a close, and I feel at that point is when the series really hit its peak. The ending of Original Sin gets a bit confusing, and it's a conclusion that honestly is not as satisfying as the series kept teasing. For a 2-volume manga, I felt as if I had at least 5 volumes worth of content, so why Taizan couldn't stick the ending is baffling to me. However, this would make for an amazing anime with the opportunity to flesh out many moments. I think the extended family subplot is good, but needed another chapter to truly develop all of those characters. I can't suspend belief that no parents or faculty stepped in to get Shizuka help at any time. School isn't that shitty, so the woe is me trope gets pretty stale by the end of the series, and the artwork, always sterling with each chapter, should have hit the same emotional heights at the end as it did in the beginning. But the series is very strong overall, and you never actually know what direction it's going in. I wanted a more depressing and stronger ending, but Takopi's Original Sin was an awesome story that truly respects suicide and bullying and gives it the care that it deserves for a story like this. If you enjoy stories like Steins Gate, Lord of the Flies, Poon Poon, and One Room of Happiness, then you'll definitely need to be putting some money away for therapy down the road. But until then, you'll enjoy the depths of humanity that Takopi the Happy Alien explores, And you'll especially not regret having any kids when you recoil at how evil Gen Z can be. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10.